Let the favor of the Lord our God be upon us, and establish the work of our hands. Psalm 90 verse 17, every day, we put our hands to work, whether at our jobs, in our homes, or in our personal projects. But what happens when we invite God into that work? When we ask for His blessing and seek to glorify Him with every effort, we can experience true purpose and success. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about something that's close to my heart, asking God to bless the work of our hands and establish our efforts for His glory. We all have tasks, jobs, and dreams, but how often do we stop and ask God to be part of those plans? Today, we're going to reflect on Psalm 90 verse 17, and we'll talk about how inviting God into our work can change everything. Psalm 90 verse 17 says, "Let the favor of the Lord our God be upon us, and establish the work of our hands." This verse is a prayer for divine blessing and favor, acknowledging that without God, our efforts can only go so far. It's a reminder that success isn't just about what we can do in our own strength, it's about what God can do through us. No matter what kind of work you do, whether you're an entrepreneur, a student, a stay-at-home parent, or an artist, we all need God's blessing on our efforts. It's not about striving to achieve success on our own. In fact, 1 Corinthians 3 verse 7 tells us, "So neither the one who plants nor the one who waters is anything, but only God, who makes things grow." That's a powerful truth. God gives the increase, and He's the one who brings true fruitfulness to our labor. Let's consider this in practical terms. Every day we face different challenges in our work. Sometimes it's long hours, sometimes it's stress or feeling like we're not making progress. But what if we started each day by asking God to bless the work of our hands? Lord, I surrender my efforts to you. Help me to do this for your glory, not just for myself. That shifts the focus away from just achieving personal goals and aligns us with God's bigger purpose. When we ask God to bless our work, we're not just asking for success. We're asking for our efforts to have eternal value, for them to be part of something bigger than just ourselves. And as we do this, we start to see our work as a form of worship, something we do with excellence because it honors God. The Bible encourages us to seek God's blessing in all that we do. Colossians 3 verse 23 says, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters." When we approach our work with this mindset, we invite God's favor, and we find meaning in the mundane. Even the tasks that seem small or repetitive can bring glory to God when done with the right heart. But let's be honest, there are days when the work feels tough, when we don't see immediate results, and we can get discouraged. That's why it's so important to ask for God's strength and endurance, not just His blessing. Philippians 4 verse 13 tells us that, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." When we invite God into our work, we also invite His strength for the hard days. When we commit our work to the Lord, something amazing happens. God takes our small efforts, our daily tasks, and He multiplies them. He establishes them. He brings growth and results in ways we could never imagine. It's not always immediate, but over time, we can see how God's hand was on our work, guiding us, shaping our efforts for His glory. I want to encourage you today, whatever work you have before you, commit it to God. Ask Him to bless it, to guide you, and to establish your efforts. Let Psalm 90 verse 17 be your prayer. Lord, bless the work of my hands. Let your favor rest upon me, and establish my efforts for your glory. Whether you're working on a personal project, building a career, or simply getting through daily tasks, remember that your work matters to God. When you invite Him into your efforts, you're not just working for yourself, you're working for a greater purpose, and God will bless that. As you continue in your journey, remember what 1 Corinthians 3 verse 7 says, God gives the increase. Trust Him to bring fruitfulness in His time. It's not just about the results we see today, it's about the lasting impact our efforts have when they're aligned with God's will. So before you start your next project or head into work tomorrow, take a moment to pray. Ask God to bless the work of your hands, to guide you, and to use your efforts for His glory. I promise you, when you do this, your work will take on a whole new meaning. Thank you for joining me today. If this message resonated with you, hit the like button, share it with someone who might need this encouragement, and don't forget to subscribe for more faith-based content. Let's keep growing in faith and letting God establish the work of our hands. See you in the next video, and remember, God is with you in every step. Let the favor of the Lord our God be upon us, and establish the work of our hands. Psalm 90 verse 17, stay blessed, and trust in God's favor over your work.